Learn the truth about the game by joining dating and life coach Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham live in New York City on Saturday, April 14th at the NYC Seminar and Conference Center for the Truth About the Game seminar. In this seminar, Mr. Locario will teach you exactly what you need to know to be successful with women. Space is extremely limited, so purchase your tickets today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I wanted to talk about, guys trying to get sex and how sometimes when you're trying to make it happen, it's not going to happen. But you think it's going to happen, but then it just doesn't. So, for example, you might be at a event, you're at a bar, you're at a club, wherever it is, you talking to some girl, everything is cool, y'all flirting, y'all kissing. Everything seems real, sexual. And then, she's like, or you say, let's say, for example, you say, hey, let's go back to my spot. You go back to your spot. You're in your house. Y'all chilling, y'all kissing, y'all on the couch. And then you go to your room and, you're getting her naked. And then you're thinking it's on. And then she says, oh, I think we should wait. I think we should stop. I think we should get to know each other. So you were this close, but it didn't happen. You understand? So you're like, all right, fuck it, whatever. And then, she goes home and you just go on and do what you got to do. Right now, you're thinking, okay, well, let's see if I could see her maybe, this weekend or a few days later, because she probably told you like, hey, I don't want to do this now. I just met you and blah, blah, blah. So you're like, all right, let's hang out another time. So you think because she came to your house, y'all were kissing and she likes you, she's sort of feeling you in that regard. You're like, well, I can get it next week. Right. So you sit there, you're waiting next week. Next week comes, you call her, you text her, whatever it is. She doesn't respond to you. And you're just like, what happened? Like, I thought she liked me. How come, it didn't go down? See, what you have to understand is that, the sex is not guaranteed. And so the mistake that a lot of guys make, in the game is they'll get with a girl. And I've gotten emails from guys about this, a few times where they'll get with a girl and what happens is that they either almost get sex and then they're expecting it to happen at a later date and it never happens, or they think they're going to have a one night stand and then the girl changes her mind and it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? So I remember, I had a friend once ask me, he said, he was like, how do you know that, when if you're going to have sex with a girl, like, how do you know that you're going to be able to have sex with this chick? Right. And I told him, I said, you don't really. You understand? You have signs where it could happen. You have signs where it will most likely happen. But the only time you know that you're going to have sex with a girl is literally when you're having sex with the girl. That's when you know you're going to have sex, when you're actually having it. Before that, it could, anything could happen where it will be a situation where it doesn't happen. You understand? So you have to understand that part of the game. And the thing is, this is why I tell guys, look, it's a numbers game. You got to keep talking to more women. You have to charge women to the game quickly. Like, you got to get chicks in and out of your situation quickly so you don't waste time on that. So if I'm talking to a girl and I meet a chick at a bar or something and we making out and shit, and she's like rubbing up on my shit. And let's say I'm like, oh, come back to my place and whatever. And she's like, oh, I can't because I gotta wake up early for school in the morning. But, let's exchange numbers, and I exchange numbers with her. And so now let's say if I'm, waiting for the weekend, she's like, yeah, let's get together next weekend or whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. So now I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for the weekend to come. I text her and she doesn't reply back. And then I end up texting her again of, maybe a day or two later, and she doesn't hit me back. So now I'm chasing this girl because I think that I still have a chance to have sex with this girl. You understand? So I'm banking on the fact that she said yes that first time, or she sort of was like, seemed like she was interested in it when we met. And I'm thinking that I can still make it happen, even though she's not responding to my texts or whatever. You understand? So you start to think that it's guaranteed because at that moment she said she wanted to do it. But it was just at that moment. And you got to understand that women are all about how they feel in the moment. So at that moment she was feeling it, but later on, now it's a whole different story. Because sometimes what happens is you'll be at a bar or a club or whatever. You talking to some girl, y'all start kissing. Maybe she's, rubbing your balls and shit, and you got your hand all up under her ass, but you don't get to smash that night. Then what happens is that the next day she wakes up and she's like, oh my God, what was I doing last night with that guy? I'm so embarrassed. And then you're texting her trying to see her again, and she's too embarrassed to fuck with you. And then you end up never seeing her again. You see what I'm saying? Or you're meeting a chick who you're getting all touchy-feely with this chick. You just met her. Everything seems cool and all that other stuff. But she ends up, not getting with you because she actually has a boyfriend, or she got back with an ex or whatever it is. And now you're not going to be able to have sex with her. You see what I'm saying? See, this is why I tell guys, if you can have sex with the chick the same night, try to do that shit. You understand? Like, try to make that happen. You understand? Don't force anything to happen. I'm just saying, try to make that happen if it can. If it's feasible for that to happen, where she wants to do it and you're ready to go, and y'all can make it happen at that point. Don't think, don't say, oh well, it's getting kind of late, or maybe I should wait and I'll see her next week. You understand? Now, in certain cases, it could happen where you could see her next week and she could fuck with you and shit could go down. But in a lot of cases, it doesn't happen. You understand? Because the momentum is gone. So even though she said she wanted to do it, then all this other shit could go down to where now all of a sudden she don't want to do it. I've been in them situations a few times where, I remember one time I was at the spot. I met this girl, we're hanging out, we're kissing and all this other stuff. She was there with one of her friends. So I wanted to take her. I wanted to go back to her spot that night, but she couldn't leave because she was with her friend. And this other dude was kind of there talking to the friend, distracting her while I was, chilling with the girl I'm chilling with, and we're kissing and we're touching, and she wanted me to take her to the bathroom and shit, but there was bouncers there and there was long lines at the bathroom, so I couldn't take her to the bathroom, so we didn't have anywhere to fucking do the shit. Right now, this chick, we were it was going on maybe 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, so her and her friend was leaving, and this chick begged me to call her. She's like, make sure you call me. Make sure, I want to see you on Saturday. So Saturday was maybe, I think this was around a Tuesday or a Wednesday or something like that. And so she was like, I need to see you on Saturday. I'm free. You're free. Let's do this. Let's do this. I want to see you Saturday. And she probably told me 3 or 4 times, she's like, are you going to call me? I'm like, yes, I'm going to call you. I'll text you. Chill the fuck out. You feel what I'm saying? So I text this girl, and next thing you know, she's like, oh, I was thinking that, I was thinking about the fact that you have a wife, and now I feel a certain way, and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. You feel what I'm saying? And so now she didn't want to do it anymore. And then I had times where, even in other situations where, when this was before I was even married, this is when I was just out doing my thing, the same type of shit would happen. It would be she's all hot and heavy at that time. Then I didn't get to do it. And then when I hit her up to try to make something happen again, either she don't respond, or she responds and says, oh, I feel I'm just not at a space right now where I want to go and date and do this and do that and yada, yada, yada. You see what I'm saying? So even though I thought I was going to get it, I didn't get it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not guaranteed. And so, you know, back in the day, what I used to do is I would be banking on that to happen. So I would like meet that chick, don't bother to meet other chicks during that week because I'm like, well, I got some pussy waiting for me this weekend. And then this weekend comes and then nothing fucking happens. You see what I'm saying? The sex is not guaranteed. So you guys have to understand that shit. So, you know, this is why, even though it seems like you might make something happen with one girl, don't just get with a chick and then just fall back. That's what most guys do. This is why most guys fuck up on the situation, because what happens is that you're putting so much energy into one girl and you're trying to make shit happen and work with that one girl versus doing something with that girl, but also doing or talking to other girls simultaneously. So if something doesn't happen with that girl, you can talk to other girls, or you can make it happen with those other girls. And so you can be interacting with those other girls at the same time as you're, you know, trying to make something happen with this girl. So if it doesn't happen with this girl, you can fall back on the girls you've been sort of talking to and making shit happen with for the rest of that week. But if you are the type of guy who's sitting there waiting for this one chick to, you know, make something happen, and then it doesn't happen, you're going to be frustrated and annoyed. So you got to understand that the sex is not guaranteed. All right. So guys, that's pretty much it. Listen, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Click the link below or go straight to MrLocario.com to get your tickets for the Truth About the Game seminar. Space is limited, so get your tickets today. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.